Alright, picture this. You're a small business owner, you've just landed a big client, and you need to get paid fast. You've opted for a wire transfer because, well, it's supposed to be reliable, right? But then, the waiting game begins. You're refreshing your account, checking your email, and starting to sweat a little. The question nagging at you is, where's my money? And more specifically, if you're using Northone, you are probably asking, how long do wire transfers actually take on Northone? Let's face it, in the fast-paced world of small business, time is money. And when it comes to moving your hard-earned cash, every minute counts. You don't have the luxury of waiting around for days on end, wondering if your funds are lost in some digital abyss. That's why understanding the intricacies of wire transfer timelines is crucial, especially when you're relying on platforms like Northone to manage your finances. Now, before we dive into the specific details of Northone's wire transfer processing, let's take a step back and understand the general landscape of wire transfers. What exactly are they, and why do they sometimes take longer than we'd like? A wire transfer is essentially an electronic transfer of funds from one bank account to another. It's a secure and efficient way to move large sums of money, both domestically and internationally. However, unlike instant transfers between accounts within the same bank, wire transfers involve multiple intermediaries, which can add complexity and time to the process. Think of it like sending a package across the country. It doesn't just magically teleport from point A to point B. It goes through various sorting facilities, trucks, and planes, each adding its own processing time. Similarly, wire transfers involve sending banks, receiving banks, and sometimes intermediary banks, all of which need to verify and process the transaction. One of the biggest factors affecting wire transfer timelines is the type of transfer. Domestic transfers, meaning those within the same country, are generally faster than international transfers. This is because international transfers often involve currency conversion and compliance checks with different regulatory bodies, adding layers of complexity. Another crucial factor is the cutoff time. Banks typically have specific cutoff times for processing wire transfers. If you initiate a transfer after the cutoff time, it won't be processed until the next business day. This is why it's essential to be aware of your bank's cutoff times to avoid unnecessary delays. Then, of course, there are the inevitable hiccups that can occur. Errors in the recipient's account information, technical glitches, or even just a high volume of transactions can all contribute to delays. This is where having a reliable banking platform like Northone can make a significant difference. So, let's get down to brass tacks. How long do wire transfers take on Northone? Northone, designed specifically for small businesses, aims to streamline the banking process and provide clarity on transaction timelines. While they don't control the entire wire transfer process, they strive to provide transparency and efficient processing on their end. For domestic wire transfers within the United States, Northone typically states that they are processed within one business day. This means that if you initiate a wire transfer before their cutoff time, it should be completed within 24 hours. However, it's important to remember that this is just the processing time on Northone's end. The receiving bank may also have its own processing time, which can vary. International wire transfers, on the other hand, can take significantly longer. Northone, like most banks, advises that international wire transfers can take anywhere from 3 to 5 business days, or even longer in some cases. This is due to the aforementioned factors, such as currency conversion, regulatory compliance, and the involvement of multiple intermediary banks. Now, here's where things get interesting. Northone is known for its user-friendly interface and transparent communication. You can typically track the status of your wire transfer within the app, giving you peace of mind and reducing the anxiety of the unknown. Furthermore, Northone provides clear instructions on how to initiate wire transfers and what information is required. This helps minimize the risk of errors that can lead to delays. For instance, they emphasize the importance of double-checking the recipient's account number, routing number, and other relevant details. Of course, even with the best intentions and streamlined processes, delays can still happen. That's why it's crucial to plan ahead and allow ample time for your wire transfers to be processed. If you have a time-sensitive payment, it's always best to initiate the transfer well in advance. Another thing to note is that Northone's support team is available to assist with any questions or concerns you may have regarding wire transfers. If you experience any delays or issues, don't hesitate to reach out to them for assistance. They can often provide valuable insights and help resolve any problems that may arise. Beyond the standard processing times, there are a few other factors that can influence how long your wire transfer takes on Northone. For example, the time of day you initiate the transfer can make a difference. If you submit your transfer early in the morning, it's more likely to be processed on the same day. Conversely, if you submit it late in the afternoon, it may not be processed until the next business day. Weekends and holidays can also affect wire transfer timelines. Banks typically don't process wire transfers on weekends or holidays, so if you initiate a transfer on a Friday afternoon, it may not be processed until Monday. Furthermore, the specific country you're sending or receiving funds from can also impact the timeline. Some countries have more stringent regulations or less efficient banking systems, which can lead to longer processing times. In summary, while Northone aims to provide efficient and transparent wire transfer processing, the actual timeline can vary depending on several factors, including whether it's a domestic or international transfer, the cutoff time, and any potential delays. For domestic wire transfers, you can generally expect them to be processed within one business day. International wire transfers, however, can take anywhere from 3 to 5 business days or longer. The key takeaway here is to plan ahead, double-check your information, and utilize Northone's user-friendly interface and support team to ensure a smooth and timely transaction. Remember, clear communication and proactive planning are your best allies when dealing with wire transfers. Understanding the factors that influence processing times and taking steps to minimize potential delays can help you manage your finances more effectively and avoid unnecessary stress. By utilizing Northone's tools and resources, you can gain a better understanding of the wire transfer process and make informed decisions about your financial transactions. And by understanding that things happen, and to allow for a buffer, you can avoid a lot of stress. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.